I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Chiefs going up against the Dolphins. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing, Cook. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Over!
Now Cook. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. Give him 18 yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a fourth down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Watch it now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down. They'll set up a throw on the screen. This is Coleman. And he's got room. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
It went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll come out in the pistol. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere, a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Green, back line it up, Philly, here we go. Watch it, back line it up, Philly, here we go. Now let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. They complete it to Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
The offense lining up 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, That means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Cook. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing, Cook. He's going to take another shot here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. Down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right, and he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And out come the Dolphins now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now the Miami field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second and 5. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a play fake here on first down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now here comes Kansas City. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead. Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, maybe you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Rodgers to throw on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
In motion, Hill. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to the air on second down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Design run for their wideout. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Now let's go. 3-19.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Green, 39.
Throwing, Cook. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Now Cook. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 34 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And some room to work. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him. Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Leopard, here we go now. Blue, line it. Back down, Philly, here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. now. How does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's good. And this is caught inside the 5. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
No, check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Second down following the incompletion. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
Here we go now. All right, now look at 56. No, check. Patriot. Here we go now.
Throwing, Cook. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking of future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And the offense in that middle ground here on third down. 5 yards to go. In motion, Hill. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
In the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Kansas City, their hopes of a 500 season stay alive.